Matchweek 23 has just finished, and Liverpool still top of the league. An easy win against Ipswich 4-1. Now, is it a two-race horse? Arsenal, they're winning. Chelsea are starting to flake and lost to Man City. Nottingham Forest got battered at Bournemouth.
Yeah, got pumped, didn't they?
They did indeed, but Liverpool looked strong. I appreciate it was Ipswich. They got smashed by Man City, but Liverpool just looked good. And hopefully, we
Oh,
only.
I think it's one of those
I
get the
think
job done
there'll be
and get
tougher
out.
tests. There'll be definitely be tougher tests for Liverpool. They last week they needed it like added time to beat Brentford. Um, yeah, I think they've got a couple of other fairly tricky away games coming up, but I don't know about a two-horse race, mate. I think it might be a one-horse race at the rate we're going, particularly if we keep getting players sent off for nothing at all. Then you know
I mean,
Liverpool will win it. They'll win it at a cancer.
that didn't take long, did it, to
No,
get
I
back
don't know
in?
what I thought I'd even check the time and whether it's a record on Pierce moaning about either an injury,
No, I'm
bad
not having it
decision.
this time, and I'm so glad George isn't here because he'd be piping up. And I am well within my rights this time. I mean, I've that one probably is the worst one of the season, but they seem to be getting progressively worse. Like the other day against Brighton, we got the penalty against us. Saliba touched the ball, shouldn't have been a penalty. Oh well, 2 points dropped. Like we might lose the league by 2 points. Never mind Rice getting sent off for kicking the ball away, Trossard getting sent off for kicking the ball away. Hasn't happened since. Not seen it happen once. And then this, like, I don't know what else needs to happen. Like, does Michael Oliver need to like pull Saliba's pants down and punch Declan Rice and headbutt Havertz and stick his finger up Gabriel's arse? And then you might go, yeah, he's got a weird thing about Arsenal. Like, what does it take? Because it's not one, it's not two, it's not three, it's not 10. It's like it's every week, and I cannot wrap my head around it. And I watch enough other games, and I look and I watch them objectively. I don't see this same treatment for other teams, particularly from certain refs. And I don't think it's this grand conspiracy, but there's some unconscious bias from these northern dickhead refs. And I think it probably
Wow.
predates Arteta. I think it goes back to the Wenger era. Wenger came from a few times, and I just think that they just don't like Arsenal, and it filters through. They try and be
But
professional, and they know the spotlight's on and everyone's watching, but it doesn't fucking
Eh,
matter.
uh,
They keep doing it.
all right. Can I just say, first of all, yeah, it shouldn't have been a sending off, right?
The
Should
worst
have
one I've ever seen in my life.
should have been a yellow because
Professional foul.
those cynical fouls are annoying as anything, right? The brakes on,
Oh, damn.
blah blah blah.
the
But
break,
on
no, quickly, I'm gonna stop it. The break, mate, it just
the
barely got
counter,
out of
it's at
there.
the beginning.
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah, go on.
no, hear me out. Yeah,
Okay,
they're about the next touch takes him 20 yards. But my point is, it's a cynical foul, right? Just to
yeah,
stop
yeah.
them so they can get back. I can't stand the cynical foul. These cynical fouls, yeah, they need to be stepped up. The Italians mastered these cynical fouls, right? They're the best at it. But I want to take the piss out of Pierce about this one. But how? Like, I wish
I
George
know.
was here. I wish George was here because how do you even rationalize?
It's
How
not.
do you
No, do you know what? And
pinpoint justifying it?
I'm gonna be on George's side on this. It's not about rationalizing it, and it should have been a yellow card. At the end of the day, he's an Alderman boy. Feel sorry for him. It should have been a yellow card, and agree with that. But
It's
it's the
actually
way. No,
it's
no, but
quite, from
it's
what I
the
was going
way,
to say,
it's
it's quite
hold
mature. It's
on.
like,
It's
it's a bit
it's
of
the way that
streetwise, like,
It's the way that Arsenal fans will go on. You've got the 3 points. He hasn't been banned. Move on.
not the point
But
though.
they won't. They'll hold the grudge on
That's
it,
not the point.
and they'll
That's
keep
not
The
the
going
point.
point,
backwards with the
though.
All
other
fans should
decisions.
be
Just
It's,
because.
it's, it's,
No,
it's
hang
people
on.
like George that stop things from changing because he'll go, oh yeah, Arsenal fan tears and all that, and he'll come out with all these Gen Z fucking bollocks that he little snappy one-liners that he's got off fucking TikTok. George is the problem because fans need to come together and stamp this out, right? So I'm advocating for everyone to give George loads of abuse, not online, in the street. No, it, football fans need to all come together and go, I'm sorry, but
That was
this
ridiculous.
can't carry on.
You can't even mistake. I know he gave it, but you can't even give a red by mistake. Like, seriously, it's some of them.
No, it's baffling.
Some of
I've never
these
seen anything,
reds,
but like I say, I've seen Michael Oliver do things that I've never seen to Arsenal that I've never seen, like Martinelli. I know, and again, I've got George's voice. I can hear it. What's going on about a decision from 3 years ago? Like, well, I'm not trying to be funny. If there was crimes committed over a 10-year period and it came to court, you'd go through them, wouldn't you? You'd go through them. Right, he did this on this day, then he did that, then he's a serial offender. Jeffrey Dahmer didn't eat one geezer; he ate like 10. But you don't just talk about the latest geezer he ate; you talk about all of them.
Hang on, breaking news question: is Michael Oliver the Jeffrey Dahmer of football?
Yeah,
Jesus,
he is. He is. I might get that on the back of an Arsenal shirt somehow. Mike Oliver ate 10 people. I don't know. I don't know how I'd do it. But that Martinelli one. Martinelli's blocked a throw in, then tackled someone, and he went yellow for that, you're off. Never seen it ever before or since. The one against Arsenal, never seen it before or since. It's just like
no. But what I'm
saying
is that Martinelli one, never seen it before or since. But I can see what he's trying to do. Like, I can see
but
why he thought it was a red.
brutal logic isn't applied to any other team. Do you know what I mean? Like, he gave the benefit of the doubt. Kovacic, when he went through, I think he got a yellow for tackling Declan Rice, can't remember who it was. And then he went studs up on the ankle of Odegaard, and Oliver went, no, not giving a second yellow. Howard Webb, his dad, upstairs goes, no, he's done the right thing there. Didn't want to ruin a big fixture by sending someone off. And then less than 12 months later, Trossard, after 1 second after the whistle's gone, he goes, no, letter of the law, mate, you're off. And it's like, just be consistent, because for some reason you've sent off 8 Arsenal players in the last 50 games, 0 City players. Are we 8 times 30?
All right, Pierce. I haven't got my whistle here some way, but I've got.
Fair enough.
The thing is, are Arsenal fans going to hold? Are Arsenal fans going to go? Oh, we didn't win the title because of this, right? And is that your get out of jail on why you didn't win the title this year?
Because do you know what? I'm just saying they need to get these things right because the stakes are very high. Like, if you work in finance and you make a mistake that costs the company or the client £1 million, you're getting tinned, right? You're getting tinned. Every position you finish in the league, higher or lower, is worth millions and millions of pounds. So these decisions are high value decisions. So then that's why they brought VAR in, to tighten it up, to get rid of that human error. It seems to have got worse. And I can't remember who said it online. It is like the police force. I've said it before, it's like the Catholic Church. They just look after, it's so insulated. They just look after each other and they'll go, right, we'll take you off the game on the weekend, we'll put you on this. Like, there's no accountability. Like, it stinks and the stakes are high and there's so much money involved. They need to be better. And it needs to be ripped apart and it needs to start again. Get new, fresh blood in.
To be fair, they are
for purpose.
Everything's all fine. Everything's all fine, other than for Arsenal.
Well, there's still bad decisions across the board, but for some reason
if
VAR
was others. There, he would have still made.
I'm not saying it just happens to Arsenal.
No, but he still would have made that decision if VAR isn't there. And the quality of refereeing is atrocious. And the what's happened is, and what's happening is that every time it happens to Arsenal, it's happening on a regular basis. That's the problem. So you're just getting momentum, right?
Exactly.
Like, you're just recovering off the last one, then you get another one. Yeah. So you still got the impact of the last one, then you get a new one, and each time it's just speeding up, and then eventually
snowball effect.
it's just happening again. And you know what? Like, yeah, as a non-Arsenal fan, all you can do is chuckle at this. But it is this one, honest, like even I
look,
so ridiculous, and it's against the beloved Wolves, right?
Yeah,
and but
if the decisions I mentioned, right, the ones I mentioned this season, I'll keep it at Declan Rice getting sent off for tapping the ball, Trossard getting sent off, second yellow in a big game that apparently they don't want to kill off, but fine, getting sent off for that. Saliba winning the ball with his head, penalty. Saliba last man getting sent off, even though it happened the next day in the same fashion and the kid got a yellow. And the Miles Lewis Skelly one. If those 5 decisions in the first half of the season happened to Chelsea, Liverpool, or United or City, obviously never happened to City, you boys would be as animated and annoyed as I am. But those 5 terrible decisions that you haven't seen for any other team have all happened against Arsenal. So obviously,
you see, this is a problem. Arsenal have outsourced their bad decisions, whereas United keep it in house.
Keep it internal. Yeah. No, and look, I'm not saying there are bad decisions against every team, because I'm saying that they are incompetent. They're not fit for purpose.
Do you
for whatever reason, we catch the brunt of it. That's what's fucking annoying.
Do you think what's happening essentially is the referees are now just saying, "Oh, if I get it wrong, VAR will fix it," and then they're going, "Well, it's not obvious enough," and they're almost letting go of certain responsibilities. That's what it feels like. They're just saying, "All right, yeah." Well,
I think they all they will bend things to back each other. They will back each other at all costs, and I think there's a lot of hierarchy within it, right? There's Michael Oliver's seen as, he gets touted as the best ref in England, and he's quite senior. So I think they will sort of bend and lean to not overturn certain decisions. Like they don't want to. Like I say, they all just look after each other.
Yeah,
so unless they've missed something completely, like someone's had a shot, it was going top corner, but it's hit someone's hand, then they'll go and have a look at the screen. But if it's up for debate, or the ref's seen it, made a judgment, and he's got it wrong, they'll go, no, let him. Yeah, we'll stick by him. We don't think we need to intervene. Like, it's just self-serving. It's not for the good of the game, and it's not to tighten up the decisions and make them better. It's almost there to just back each other up.
I think your final straw will be if something happens at Arsenal Man City that isn't in your favour. I think you will absolutely lose your shit.
Mate. If we get, my head will be on Mars, mate. If something happens, I will be.
Just want to
go on.
Shout out. We'll just move on from Arsenal. Just shout out to Leicester for beating the Super Spurs. And Everton as well, like getting 3 points. It's a bad weekend for Wolves, but like Everton got a good win away at Brighton.
But it's what we were talking about before. Is Spurs dropping further and further behind into that relegation. I still think they're quite far off it, like 6-7 points, but it's squeaky bum time, right? By the sounds of it.
Well, they got Brentford. They got Brentford next week.
So they'll be all right. But it's funny to see them down there losing. Relegation form for sure.
You say that. They got Brentford next week, and I think Everton play Leicester. So if Everton win, and they can drop one spot down, and then
a Merseyside. I like that Everton are getting a bit of form now. Speaking of Everton, because I'm going to the Merseyside derby
Wednesday?
in 2 weeks' time, midweek on the 12th of February. I'm going to be there for that. Last ever Merseyside derby at Goodison Park. Towels are up. Moyes is back. I mean, if they beat, I'm really looking forward to going to that, because usually when you go to these neutral games, you're like, I'm just watching a bit of football. But I've got skin in the game for this.
It'll be different. Yeah. And for you, Everton to win, that's 3 points dropped if you guys win that week as well. Getting closer and closer.
We've got to beat City. We've got to beat City. We've got to beat City, which isn't. I mean, City are hot and cold at the moment, but
we've got Bournemouth away. So
not an easy game. I mean, they beat us. They beat City. They beat Spurs.
Yeah.
playing some good stuff. Their towers are up as well. You know, they just pumped.
Forest.
Did they pump
Forest, yeah. So only time will tell. On that note, thank you very much, guys. Cheers.